back with what is likely, I'm assuming, to be the final part of the fourth case. Looks like we are live, but I'm going to have this stops again for no reason. Made me sad. Yeah. You know, we barely have anything from this case uploaded.
They got like 21 minutes or something.
Yeah. I was like, I don't know why I didn't notice this, but oh well. It is what it is. But, wow. I forgot this is what we left it on. Alright. Yeah. Look, Miles, it's nice to see you having fun with your little flights of fancy, but let's get serious. So the murderer had a burn mark now? Really? Where? Your little theory will either take flight or die depending on your answer here, I'm afraid. I remember that. We were saying that the person on the recording was the victim talking to the murderer. So the one who said, I recognize that burn mark from anywhere, we're saying that was actually the victim speaking to the murderer, not the other way around. Because she always wears gloves, so nobody should have seen the burn mark. It's not messing around. I have to figure out where that burn mark was and fast. I wonder where it could have been. All of the auction people were wearing disguises, right? Yes, and each disguise was different. In spite of that, the burn mark was visible to the victim somehow, which means... Well, shall we? Enlighten us, why don't you? Where was the murderer's burn mark? I assume you have some evidence. Let's see.
Is it under the bed?
That's the first thing I thought of. Because I don't know who was wearing this mask.
And the other girl was holding it, but she could not make sure it
Oh, let's go and discuss this immediately. If not, then we'll have to take our time and look at the other evidence.
Take that!
Go. Okay. How would the ringleader have looked when Miss Ringer saw the burn? If I just focus on that, the answer should come to me. So the ringleader was wearing this. White jacket, white gloves, a magenta flower, and a mask. Also had a tattoo on the part of their face the mask didn't cover. Which I think we found out yesterday.
I'm not
Yeah.
Take that!
Here's my evidence. The outfit the ringleader was wearing throughout the auction. Or rather, the outfit you were wearing, Chairman Winner. Oh, ho, 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 ho. And what exactly is that supposed to tell us?
Objection!
A suit, white gloves, and a mask. This disguise should have covered almost all of your skin. But according to Nurse Needler's testimony, the auctioneer's mask didn't quite cover your entire face. Not only that, she claims to have seen a tattoo on the part that was exposed. But was it a mark, for one? A burn mark on the face? Sorry to interrupt while you're so clearly enjoying yourself, dear boy. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I'm looking at his face, I see a bunch of hair. Myself included, of course. But Dad, Eustace, do you think you can be quiet, please? You can be foolish on your own time later. He probably knows about this burn mark. Well, you may be an annoyance most of the time, Mr. Winner, but on this particular occasion, I'm grateful for your presence. A reaction like that from you, his son, is as good an indicator of the truth as I could have hoped for. And it gives me a much-needed confidence boost concerning another theory of mine, namely who that one unexplained mine belongs to. What's the matter with Mr. Winner? I think he might be in shock. After all, he's usually the last to figure things out. But in this case, he seems to have gotten there all too quickly. He knows that his father's indeed the real murderer. He's sad because he knows the truth? So it's better not to know the truth at all. Okay, it's what we came here for. It doesn't matter how we get there, the important thing is finding the truth. You yourself told me that once, right when I needed to hear it the most. And now it's time for me to repay the favor and show you the truth of your innocence. I want to know, too, the truth of what really happened. So please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you show me? Ah, I like her kind of, more relieved smiles that she's been doing. I very much intend to. Oh, ho, 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 ho. See, I'm not the only one who goes ho, ho, ho. You don't want to give up, do you? Where is this burn, then? Perhaps you could point it out to me? But you can't, can you? Because it's nowhere to be found, just like your evidence that I'm the killer. Yeah, hunt for contradictions all you like. You won't find any. Because he's my dad, a winner through and through. I understand, Mr. Winter. I completely understand why you don't want it to be true. But if you ignore the truth now, you'll regret it for as long as you live. Dad, what do I do? I just don't understand it. How could I have raised such an utter buffoon? If you really wish to help your father, Eustace, you can try thinking on your own for once in your life, you useless nitwit. And I try all the time, Dad. All I do is try. I went to the school you wanted me to go to. I aced every test. Look at my jacket. They only give these to the valedictorian. I did everything you told me to. I worked like crazy and graduated top of my class. I tried to be just like you and win as many trophies as I could. You really are just a simpering simpleton, aren't you? Those tests you aced, I had the school give you perfect scores on all of them. Those debate and speech competitions you won, the judges were all friends of mine. If you never even realized that much, there's no hope for you, I'm afraid. None at all. You're no son of mine. Even you must see that.
Very nice. He's a kid.
I know! That's cruel! Oh, gone. My own son. They all leave in the end. How many sons do you have? Even when he was trying, he was failing. And he did it all for me, and he should have tried harder. You're a disgrace. You don't deserve to be a father, and you certainly don't deserve to be chairman of this committee. Even I feel sorry for the boy now. Well, that's probably hard to do. Poor Mr. Winter. Explain yourself, Chairman Winter. Just what do you think your son is to treat him in such a way? An utterly useless pawn sounds about right. But you're one to talk, Verity. You tried to worm your way into my trust by using Eustace, too. I cannot deny it. However, I had never thought of him as a mere pawn. He may not be a naturally gifted prosecutor, but he tries. In some ways, he tries harder than anybody. That's what I have witnessed during my time with him, yet you would call him useless? How could you? Oh, ho, 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 because he is Verity, my girl. He is utterly incapable of doing anything I ask of him. Mr. Edgeworth, I trust my offering to the goddess to you, so that you may use her to call her final judgment onto Excelsius Winter. Thank you, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. If the ringleader had a visible burn mark on their face that night, then it would follow the Chairman Winter's. How exactly was he dressed during the auction? That will be the key to solving this case at last. Now then, your answer, please. Which piece of evidence will help us to reveal the burn mark on the culprit's face? Are his glasses maybe doing that? Well, no, I mean, this isn't evidence. I'm just saying maybe it's... So I wonder if it has to do with the mask now. Oi.
Never had the bear mask on.
Oh, yeah! Literally, it just showed us that, and I'm like...
I didn't know that before, or whatever the bear. Like, green mask.
Yeah, it looks kind of a weird bear to me. There's one key difference between the auctioneer and the chairman standing before us. And the barn mark we're looking for is hiding on just the other side of that difference. I simply need to find the piece of evidence that will help us reveal it and shove it in his face. Now is the time, Mr. Edgeworth. Call the goddess's final judgment onto Excelsius Winter. I will, Your Honor. I've been more than ready to do so. Okay. So, whoops. There's one key difference between the auctioneer and the chairman standing before us. Maybe it's the masks here.
Is it got the one missing?
Yeah, it's got the one missing, but maybe he can't really wear those goggles behind the mask, and the goggles are the things that are hiding whatever the burn mark is.
Take that!
No!
Overruled.
This is less dramatic when I can't get the damn thing. So let's see. Oh, wait. The wigs! The wavy one was not used. So maybe he was wearing something like that. Yes! Now we're back to that second wig. Recall Nurse Needler's testimony, if you will. The second wig, the one that wasn't used. I seem to remember it being wavy. What are you two talking about? Nurse Needler apparently found some very interesting items when she went to swap places with the victim. And what do they have to do with the burn mark? What she found were two wigs. One was intended to make her look more like the victim. But what was the other one for? I don't suppose it was meant to be a spare. It doesn't take a huge leap of imagination to see the truth. Compare Chairman Winter's current appearance to that of the ringleader as it was described to us. Stop it. Stop staring at me. One very prominent difference presents itself. His face, or rather what's around it. You mean, it wasn't a wig after all? Indeed, not a wig intended to go on the top of the head in any case. It was a fake beard all along, wasn't it, Excelsius Winter? Ah ha ha, this? Well, this is all my own, dear boy. How very unkind of you to suggest otherwise. We saw how your son reacted when he realized the truth, and how he desperately tried to cover for you even in the light of his realization, yet you still feared that he might expose you. So rather than take that risk, you bullied him until he couldn't take it anymore. Because he knew that your beard hides a prominent burn mark. Ugh. Chairman Winter, I insist that you've removed your beard this instant. Oh my god.
That's a skull.
Yeah. There it is, the burn mark. Mr. Edgeworth, for bringing evil to justice before the eyes of the goddess, you have my thanks. No, thank you. I couldn't have done it without you. Celsius Winter, in the name of the goddess, I hereby pronounce my verdict. In the matter of the murder of Miss Rosie Ringer, this court finds you guilty. Mr. Edgeworth, I can't thank you enough. You never gave up on me, even when I gave up on myself. That was very kind of you. There's no need to thank me. As a prosecutor... No, as a friend, it was the least I could do. Mr. Edgeworth, rejoice. I've learned that Chairman Winter has been safely delivered to the detention center. The search for the missing auction hammer continues. However, we are talking about Chairman Winter here, so it's highly likely it has already been destroyed. In addition, there is one other matter I must inform you of. The Chairman made a rather strange statement. According to him, the letters were not part of his plan. What? How could that be? He claims that he and Miss Needler found this letter on Miss Ringer's person. And they found the second letter on Kay's unconscious body. From their contents, the letters seemed to ones of correspondence. so he left to the conclusion they must have been working with each other. That's quite the conclusion to jump to. As he read the letters, that's when he came up with the idea to frame Miss Faraday for Miss Ringer's murder. So he decided to place the victims in a very conspicuous place, namely, in her left chest pocket. It sounds to me like he's just trying to make excuses for himself. Yes, I certainly thought the same. Perhaps it was some sort of last-ditch ploy on his part. But it matters not. He will answer to the goddess now. And under her scrutiny, such strategies cannot hope to succeed. He will not escape justice. And with that, one of the duties with which I've been entrusted with is complete at last. Judge Gavelle, before you go, can you tell us what you know about how Chairman Winter came to murder Miss Ringer? There's more there, isn't there? Yes, and I suppose you have earned the right to the whole truth. Miss Ringer once had a lover, a press photographer. He was investigating the underground auctions as a freelance journalist. Before he could uncover the truth behind the auctions, he was disappeared. All Miss Ringer was left with were the memories and personal effects of her lover. And so, seeking revenge on Chairman Winter, she made her appearance at the auction. Unfortunately for her, her opponent struck first. I see. So that's the story behind this case. While the goddess does not condone acts of actions have exposed Chairman Winter's crimes at last. So that was your real goal. You were tasked with exposing Excelsius Winter and the corruption at the heart of the committee. Does anyone know what happened to Mr. Winter? I am afraid I haven't been able to get in touch with him. Do you have any idea why? Probably because I wasn't there for him just now when he needed me the most. Oh, I really feel bad for him. Well, don't pity him too much, at least he knows the truth now. And no matter how hard it might be, he'll need to learn to accept it. If he can't, he'll never be able to move on with his life. Trust me. Father's influence isn't easily erased, but in time he can hopefully try and change his ways. You're right, you've got to be. Can I change too, I wonder? Can I move on with my life? Are you okay, Kay? How's that head feeling? I'm fine, thank you. I'm so sorry, Kay, you were my patient. I had responsibility to you, and instead I let them accuse you of Youch! Dang right, we ain't just in the business of fixing bodies, Missy. The mind's where it all begins. You're right, Grandma. Speaking of which, how's your memory? It's like, with a little more time, maybe I'll be able to remember some more? Please forgive me, but I had better be on my way. I am to preside over the trial of Fifi Lagarde in a bit. Bronco Knight case, huh? Who's the defense attorney? It was supposed to be Ms. Ringer, but as she is no longer with us, we are still in the process of finding her replacement. Ms. Ringer was scheduled to represent Warden Lagarde. And of course, until we find Eustace, there is nobody to act for the prosecution either. In any case, I must take my leave. Wait, please, what about Mr. Edgeworth's badge? You think she might get whacked?
There's something much bigger going on that we don't understand.
Yeah, because from the first case, there certainly was. There's something here going on. They're still investigating the underground, ring. Yeah.
So it turns out Rosie Ringer wasn't a bad person other than she wanted revenge for the death of
her lover. Yeah,
I mean,
the photographer.
But, she wasn't really...
But, revenge, she wasn't doing evil on the side.
Yeah, she wasn't a dirty warrior.
Yeah.
They fought.
So, committee's activities have been suspended as well. So, to answer your question, it's complicated. It's all up to the goddess now. But don't worry about it, Kay. It's a consequence of my own making. And I assume you did not mean to change your mind? Of course not. I chose the path of the truth, and I chose it willingly. With Chairman Winter out of the picture, justice is in the hands of the righteous once more. If you did wish to follow the path of the prosecutor again, Mr. Edgeworth, I would be more than happy to facilitate such a decision. It's very kind of you to offer, but I can't accept your help at this time. I can't ask for my badge back when I'm not even sure if I want it anymore. I see. It seems we're destined to continue on different paths, then. Yeah, well, I trust you'll keep my badge safe until they converge again. With all I have. In the meantime, I have here a token of the goddess's mercy. You may return this notebook to its rightful owner. Kay's Promise notebook. It seems it was due to be sold in the auction, and with the name Kay written on its cover, Chairman Winter made the connection immediately and knew who it belonged to. It was the same name as the one in the letters, after all. The letters he claimed to know nothing about. I suppose he insisted he didn't prepare them. Yes, he also had something else to say. Apparently he thought that Miss Faraday was after her notebook, and that Miss Ringer was after his life. And that their respective goals are what led to cooperate and infiltrate the auction together. Fortunately for him, he misread the situation completely. It was all just happenstance. If Kay had known a defense attorney who was also a member of the committee, there's no way she wouldn't have told me. That just isn't like her. Ha ha, your belief in her is touching. While the notebook did become part of Chairman Winter's cover-up scheme, it is also a treasured possession of Miss Faraday's, which is why I would like for her to have it back, as I am sure with the goddess. Thank you. I pray that it helps her to recover her lost memories. Is everything all right? Judge Gavelle wanted me to return something important to you. Ah, isn't that... Always greet people with a smile, even people you don't know. Never cry in front of strangers. Promise number 5. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. See, I remembered it just how you said it, and now I'll never forget it. Always try your hardest to learn about things you don't understand. That's right. I have to try.
What is she freaking out about?
She's about to have an out-of-body experience, such as the end of Trials and Tribulations. I'm Kay Faraday, the great thief who'll... Oh! Well, there we go! Boy, she looks different doing it with the long hair. Like that. Hey, is that really you? Heck, can't say I'm not a little bit embarrassed, but... Yeah, I'm back, and I couldn't have done it without you, Mr. Edgeworth. You never stopped helping me even when I was totally lost and couldn't remember anything. Oh, thank goodness, you seem to be back, certainly. Okay, so this is the real you, huh? Welcome back. It's so good to know you're better. Sleep easy now. Now that you found it, don't you dare go losing that memory of yours again, young lady, you hear? Miss Needler, Dr. Hertz, thanks a lot for looking after me. And if you really are better, how about you get out of them dang hospital duds? Oh yeah, I washed all your clothes for you here. I thought they were with Detective Gumshoe. Hand them over to us after they came back from forensics. Did he happen to mention if forensics found anything of note? I didn't ask. Anyway, never mind that now. Put them on, Kay, I want to see. Wait, what about her bandages? Surely it's too soon to remove them. Oh, it's probably fine. I mean, she may have taken a big old bump to the head, but wasn't really hurt otherwise. But then why all the bandages in the first place? Prevention is better than cure. A stitch in time saves 9. Those are just a few of my mottos. Both of which sound like painfully annoying practices for your patients. Okay, Kay, transformation time. Yeah, now this is what I'm talking about. Fits like a stolen glove. That smile suits you better, too. As it always did. Thanks to you too, Miss Von Karma. I'm so glad you showed up when you did. I simply came when Scruffy asked me to. I'm sure he'll be very happy to see that you're back to your old self, too. Speaking of Gummy, where is he? Who knows? Perhaps the well of his devotion ran dry when a certain someone threw away his badge. Detective Gumshoe. Anyway, I have to be going, and I'll be taking those two with me. Wait, what's going on? What's going to happen to them? Acting as an accomplice in a murder and forging an autopsy report 18 years ago? Their crimes can't be allowed to go unpunished. But the fact that Excelsius Winter coerced them into cooperating will, of course, be taken into account. Don't you worry about us, Kay. As long as Grandma and me are together, we'll be alright. That in the case that Manfred von Karmer was part of.
Oh, it was them that did it.
Yeah, Nurse Needler was involved in that. That's when you were dozing. It's okay. I like how Lotta Hart is one of the final three here. I know you only just got your memory back, but I need to ask you some questions. Sure, ask away. What happened the day you lost your memory? What were you doing? Let's see. Somebody asked me to meet them at Gourd Lake. But I didn't know who it was. So there I was, just looking up at the moon, when somebody in a red raincoat started walking toward me. It must have drugged me somehow, because that's when I fell unconscious. What? I'm not sure I follow. Kay was at Gourd Lake looking up at the moon? Anyway, when I came to, I was on the roof of this building. I was in a daze and stumbling around up there when I saw the person in the red raincoat again, but they were lying on the ground. I was so surprised I was falling and everything went dark. When I came to the second time, I couldn't remember anything. The person in the red raincoat, who in the world were they? I'm sure they were walking in midair. Thinking about it's making my head hurt. Just breathe, Kay. You only just got your memory back. You're still confused. I imagine the root cause of your confusion is your memories are two different locations. I mean, that's what I would think. I imagine things are all mixed up in your mind because you were at Gourd Lake one minute and then at the top of the big building the next. And because you saw the moon in both locations, your mind blended your memories of the two together. Yeah, that's another thing, too. I was wondering why the whole floating in midair wasn't, solved, but that's why. It's because it wasn't in that location. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused. So the moon, two locations, your mind blending the memories together. Those are two totally different places. I know I was pretty out of it, but I don't think I could have gotten them confused that easily. I believe these things on the roof may have made you more likely to become confused.
Is it the cotton candy?
I mean, maybe it was the clouds? There are two key similarities between the scene down by Gourd Lake and here on top of the big building. Cherry blossoms and food stands. Okay. Wait, you're right. Those similarities are what caused your memories of both places to overlap. The person in the red raincoat wasn't walking in midair. They were walking toward you from across the park. But in your blurry memories, that same sight played out over the viewing platform instead. No way! Who steals a great thief's memories, huh? That's just cheating. Even still, this doesn't answer the question of who attacked Kay in the park. Was it the person in the red raincoat she saw? Do you hear that? It sounds like it's coming from up in the storeroom. Come on, let's go take a look. Well, howie, I smell another scoop in the offing. You're still here? It's coming from this little gadget here, Mr. Edgeworth. This transceiver. I feel like I've seen it somewhere before. It's still going. But I'm no good with technology. Come on, you have to pick up. Fine, I'll do it. Hey, this is Edgeworth. Okay, if you could refrain from answering strange calls for me. Mr. Edgeworth, I presume? I know that voice. Oh, is this Shelley the Killer? Yep. Congratulations on another case solved. Yet I can't truly say it's been fully resolved, can you? I'm sure you've noticed by now that there was a mastermind at work orchestrating the entire incident. How do you even know about this case? That's not what's important right now. Let's focus on this certain individual for the time being, shall we? I have indeed been wondering myself if somebody else could have been involved. If not, how are we to explain the piece of evidence that proves so damning the case? No way, an evil mastermind? Ooh. Ooh, indeed. Perhaps you could share your thoughts. What is the evidence in question that points to somebody else's involvement? Piece of evidence that proves so damning the case.
Is it the letter?
Yeah, I mean, this... Sorry, whoops. This was damning. But this one especially was damning.
That one, because that would make her 4. When it happened.
Yeah, and her saying good luck getting your revenge seems... I don't know.
Take that!
The letter K supposedly wrote to the victim. Yeah, I don't remember ever writing that. So who did? Who would prepare such a thing?
I don't know, let's say you're pregnant.
Yeah, I know I'm not the only one who would like to know. And how do we know it wasn't you? Now, why would I do a thing like that? I believe the truth can only fully come to light in a court of law. But since you've had your badge revoked, that is no longer an option. So how will it all end? I, for one, will be watching from the sidelines with interest. He even knows about my badge. Oh, and one last thing. I do hope you won't betray my trust in you. Now, I bid you farewell. What the heck does he mean by the case hasn't been fully resolved? And why is he so interested in us anyway? Every day just one giant ball of mysteries. It seems we've only scratched the surface of this case. But even without my badge, I'm going to carry on doing what I can. However this ends, one thing's for certain. Come what may, I will expose the truth.
Okay. Things are getting interesting.
Yeah. I don't know who the ringleader is, or if it's anybody
And,
we
like,
know.
why is Shelley the Killer... You kind of like... He's bad. He's bad. Like, he kills
He's
people.
bad.
However...
But he's got his morals as twisted as they can be.
Yeah, there's something going on. But he's only trusting us because he thinks that we would do a good job.
He's bad, but there's something really bad that's affecting, I guess, people he knows or people he's been with. And we saw in the second game that, like, he's bad, but he has a certain, like, oath. Like, he's not trying to double cross people. You know, he's doing his thing. So. Oh, so we're now in the last one. Turnabout for the ages. Oh, look at that. Look who he is. Hey, if I go to chapter select, I can get spoilers and look at the end to see who did it.
Why would we do that?
Because we're stupid. So we're not going to do that. All right, I'm going to stop the stream for this, since this is the last case. Do you want to start the next case?
Yeah, I don't know how far yet.
Yeah, I don't know how far either, but I'd like to start it out of curiosity.
I'm a little interested.
All right, so.